1992, AIDS becomes the #1 killer of men 24 to 44. Check this out. There was a black man named Boy Graves. I want y'all to read his book. The name of his book is called State Origin: The Evidence of the Biological Birth of AIDS. Boy Graves was a homosexual in the U.S. military who contracted AIDS and decided to do the research. And the research led him to the United States Library of Congress, where he discovered the flowchart of the HIV/AIDS. He found the document that proved the government invented AIDS to kill African people. Guess what Boy Graves is? The FBI and the CIA murdered him because he was formulating a case to take the United States to court, World Court in Geneva, for crimes against humanity, for inventing AIDS to get rid of black folk. I want you to get that book. He's dead, but the book is still, you can probably get a used copy on Amazon. Boy Graves is his name. The name of the book is State Origin. I want you to read that book. Read the research. I'll give you a couple excerpts. In 1893, America strengthened the Federal Quarantine Act and gave birth to polio epidemic. Some of y'all don't know this, but the polio epidemic that hit us at the end of Reconstruction, killed a lot of black folks, was spread by the United States government itself. In 1917, the government formed the Federation of the American Society for Experimental Biology, trying to get rid of black folks. Biological diseases. We know for a fact that AIDS selectively seeks out cells that have a high concentration of melanin. It's a fact. So yes, as an African, you are more susceptible to AIDS because it was engineered for you. And if you need evidence from a white doctor, read the book called Emerging Viruses by Dr. Horowitz. It's a $100 book about the size of 3 Bibles, but here's a white man, one of the top scientists in the world, who says yes. He studies the configuration of the disease and says they had to have made this up. Nature doesn't make diseases with this type of a configuration. Brothers and sisters, this is what they've been up to since slavery ended. And if you think Ebola bad, they're working on shit worse than that. In fact, that same author Horowitz got another book called Death in the Air, where he argues that the United States government already has airborne AIDS, airborne Ebola, airborne cancer, but cannot release it because they cannot control white folks from catching it. 1921, philosopher Bertrand Russell support the necessity for organized plagues against black folk. 1931, the United States secretly tests AIDS on black people and sheep. Be careful of that damn Chinese store, because the government does tests on animals all the time. And I do not believe that they put those animals to sleep after they test with them. I think they end up in your damn Korean corner store. And that's why your damn wings look like this. Small melange. Hurry up and buy. You've been here 5 minutes already. Yes, we make pizza. Yes, jerk chicken we have. 1943, America began its biological warfare program. Went to New Guinea to study mycoplasma in humans. 1946, United States Congress confirms the existence of a secret biological weapon. This is 1946. And they say the monkey gave a woman AIDS in 59. But Congress had already said we had a secret biological weapon since 46. Coming up with diseases to kill people. See, this is hard for us because we are humanistic people. Black folk couldn't fathom a people who would come up with a disease to kill off children and women. But you better understand your enemy. Stop looking at him like he's like you. He is nothing like you. That's why we cannot coexist with the European, because his worldview is totally contrary to ours. We believe in living in harmony in nature. He wants to dominate it. We believe that the man and woman are two opposites that come together to make one. He believes the man should be with the man if he wants, and the woman with the woman. He's opposed to nature. We are in harmony with it. How can you integrate with something like that? You defile yourself when you try to make him your equal. Black folk, we got to wake up and be more serious. I'm not asking you to hate nobody. I'm saying recognize that even if they accepted you, it would spoil your harmony with God. Can we all just get along? How? It's impossible. He's genetically recessive. The black man can exterminate every people on earth just by cohabitating with their women. The white man don't have that type of genetic power. If he wants to get rid of black folk, he got to kill them. And that's been the white man's jealousy against the black man. Teach, it's not necessarily the size of your organ, because not all brothers are blessed like that. Sisters? Okay? It ain't that. It's the potency. It's your ability to wipe out another group through reproduction. And brothers, y'all got to stay healthy for the women. Walk around the block. Do your push-ups. Because sisters is complaining that y'all can't perform. Y'all getting lazy. Remember, when you get excited, the blood got to come from your brain and your feet. The two furthest parts of your body, the blood got to rush and get where she needed to be when she's ready to bake that damn cookie. You got to be able to bake that cookie. Because there ain't nothing worse than a frustrated sister waiting for you to wake up. And the sun coming up and you still ain't woke up. You got to be careful. She's going to get one of these young whippersnapper corner boys who stay up all night. So black man, be careful. 1943, America began. I mentioned that 46, Congress confirmed the existence of a secret weapon. 1948, the United States is interested in a program to deal with overpopulation of certain racial groups. 1951, the United States black Pennsylvania men were exposed to a virus to see if they would acquire it. Let me say this about prison. If you have someone in prison, stay in touch with them. Send them some money on their books. Don't let them get desperate. One of the biggest reasons why they're locking up black men and women like crazy is they need research monkeys in jail. And when you don't take care of your loved ones behind bars, they get greedy for money because they need it. And then the government shows up and one of these drug companies show up and say, listen, we've been doing some research and we see you ain't had nobody visit you in 2 years. You ain't had no money on your books in 5 years. It ain't funny. And then they say, well, listen, we'll give you $500 if you take these pills and just let us know what happens to you. We'll give you $1,000 if you let us put some of this new lotion on your skin and see whether or not it bleeds to the bone. I'm serious, y'all. Black inmates are being subjected to some of the worst human rights abuses because they need money and we turning our backs on them. That's the Underground Railroad. Keep them in your life. And by the way, I'm going to be hosting a series of ex-offender meeting of the minds. I want to bring brothers and sisters with felonies together so we can come up with a program to help them all. Because we got to stop turning our back on our brothers and sisters in jail. The other thing I'm going to be hosting is a black college tour for middle and high school black boys. It's going to be, I'm down with Morehouse. I just got to get that sugar out the tank a little bit. No, it ain't just Morehouse. Most of the black colleges got that issue. It ain't just them, you understand? Okay? It's a black people thing, exactly. But brothers and sisters, I'm going to have that black college tour for your son. I should have a package for that ready by January 1st. If you're interested in sending your son, middle school, high school, on a black college tour, I don't know the price yet. I'm trying to keep it as cheap as possible. We got to pay for the bus. We got to pay for the meals. We got to pay for the hotel. And you know what the scariest thing about the hotel is? No. I don't know what boys I could put in the rooms together. Are y'all following me? Because I don't know what the hell they into these days. That's going to be the scariest part. When I was growing up, you had a roommate, you never thought about none of that stuff. Now I got to wonder, like, what is your son's orientation on this trip? You understand? Does he float? Does he walk? What's going on? Next, 1957, President Gerald Ford gave the Pentagon permission to deploy offensive biological weapons against people. There's no AIDS cases before 1957. Do your research on Operation X, the official birth of AIDS. Biological weapons. Check this out. Vice President Dick Cheney, y'all remember him, the last one? He said, quote, biological weapons that target specific genotypes could transform biological weapons from the realm of terror to politically useful tools. What did Hillary Clinton say before she resigned as Secretary of State? Overpopulation is America's #1 foreign and domestic issue. Black women having too many babies. Bill Gates met with Bill Clinton before he went to Africa. He became a builder Johannesburg a couple years ago, and they're using him to spread death and spread terror. Prince Philip of England said, quote, listen to this, for y'all who believe in good white folks. He said, in the event that I am reincarnated, I would like to return as a deadly virus in order to contribute something to overpopulation. The Rockefeller Foundation gave a grant that was used to create 7,000 liters of AIDS in Fort Detrick, Maryland, and that's what gave birth to the AIDS. Top biologist Eric Pianka gave a speech to the Texas Academy of Science several months ago, advocating extermination of 90% of the world. Check this out. Ted Turner, TNT, guess what he said? Quote, a total world population of 250 to 300 million people, a 95% decline from current levels would be ideal. They want to kill everybody but the white people. The Trilateral Commission, CFR, World Bank, IMF, they want to reduce black folk. They want to get us out of here. My last words is this. Black women, I want y'all to start having babies at home again. We got to go back to home birth. I need some of y'all to become midwives. I need some of y'all to become doulas. Yes. Remember there was a time where black folks couldn't have a baby in the hospital? We need to go back to that. White women having babies at home like crazy. They don't even trust the white man, the white woman. So how much more shouldn't a white woman, should a black woman trust the doctor? Ladies, some of y'all need to go to college and get that license. It's only about a year or two. I know some sisters who are in it right now. I met a sister the other day. She about to go and get her midwifery license. Y'all all need to get it. Some of our elders need to get it too, so y'all can deliver the babies. Very important. Very important. And you can make a living delivering them babies. These white women charging $5,000, $10,000 to deliver a child in your house. I knew a brother who delivered his own baby. He said, damn the crackers, he ain't have nothing. PhD, GED, nothing. He just said, I'm not taking my queen to the hospital. And when her water broke, I'm telling you the truth, he put his woman up on the couch, laid down clean sheets, towels, he had the tools, and he delivered his own child. I'm not advocating that, brother. Okay, I'm just telling you what he got away with. All right? But we got to come up with another strategy. Because if you have that baby at home, the white man don't even know the baby here. That means you ain't got to pay taxes on the baby enough. So we got to look at the full circumference, because I got a problem with the fact that the first experience for an African child in this world is to look at a devil the first time out their mother. The first experience out your mother on earth is the white man smacking you on the ass. And you wonder why they crying like hell. You can get paid, black woman. And if you want to make a lot of money, just put that birthing clinic next to the projects. 50 babies a day. And you can give me the money I need to build that Frederick Douglass and Harvard. In conclusion, brothers and sisters, in conclusion, I want to say that we're going to have some difficult times ahead. And we need to get organized and we need to get ready. In your home, if you don't have enough food and water for 3 months, I need you to start collecting it. Make sure your family can sustain itself for 90 days if y'all could not go outside. I am not playing, I am serious. Make sure y'all have a strategy to dispose of human feces in the event that the toilet can't flush and y'all cannot use the bathroom. This is real. I need y'all to do a study on Atlanta, a military study, to see in the event of a flooding, where's the highest ground in the city? Do we know? In the event of an atomic attack, what buildings in Atlanta were constructed in World War II that will safeguard our people from a nuclear attack? If there's a purging, if they declare martial law, if they deputize crackers in the mountains to come down in Atlanta to kill black folk, and the only way out is through water because the roads are blocked, what lakes run through Atlanta? What stream can we take? Where should we hide our boats at in the event we got to sneak the hell out? Like Queen Mother Harriet. Are y'all following me? We got to get serious. My brothers who are in the reserves and my sisters in the reserves and my ex-military people, I'm going to put that on you. Start getting that information together. We need to start having disaster preparedness sessions and trainings, because y'all see it coming. Don't y'all feel the energy from the white man? Have you noticed the difference in the reporting of the media, by the media, from Trayvon versus Michael Brown? During Trayvon, they tried to make it look like the law. In Michael Brown, the message is loud and clear. fuck y'all. We killed him. We don't give a shit. And it ain't nothing y'all can do about it. And I'm going to tell y'all something else. They lying. Talking about the spending of the